I got a lot of shine.
Welcome to episode 496 of Fourth and Jawn. I'm Gail Saunders here with Evan Hollywood Hearn and Mr. Primo, aka Prime, in the building. And it is the dog days of summer, but we're here with Training Camp Superlatives, if I can say that right, because training camp is right around the corner. We're trying to get you ready for training camp. I know we got a little break. We do got a little break before training camp starts, but we're trying to get your mind right. I know, kids are getting out of school. If you got kids, if you got cats, dogs, they're probably already out of school doing their thing. But just overall, I mean, it's dog days of summer. But we've been having a good time. I think Prime could say he's been having a good time. We were invited down to the NRG flag football game earlier this week. They had some new updated art. If you look at the back, there's Mahomes getting face planted.
I saw a clip of Prime looking absolutely defeated when Kyle Pagan threw a pick six.
It was a tough scene out there, but I think overall, I think Prime, did the best he could for a dehydrated day. I mean, Prime, you're the man of the hour. I mean, I'll let you talk about the flag football game.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was a great event to be a part of. I always look forward to this event every year, just as much as Eagles Autism Challenge. But shout out to the NRG crew for the invite. They take the time to go ahead and invite all the social media platforms to this event to contribute to the donations to different charities. You know, the one that I was playing for on Wednesday was for CHOP, one of my favorite charities to be a part of. Gail started off by asking me how do I feel, and I was a little under the weather last week, and I didn't want to miss the event because last year I wasn't able to participate with a baseball injury, and then here I'm going into this event, feeling sick. But man, it's like Gail mentioned earlier, man, I was dehydrated like crazy, cramping throughout the whole event. Couldn't really give it my all. I probably gave about maybe 75 to 80%, and I suffered in the long run. Shout out to E-Rock, who had the game-winning touchdown. Of course, he knew that. He saw me on the sideline. I'm still gonna go ahead and call him out and tell him he took advantage of me. But it's all good. I'm numbering the days to the next year's game, and hopefully Gail could go ahead and join me on that one because I know Gail was like itching to be on that field playing with us. You know what I'm saying?
Uncle Rico.
What was stopping you?
Well, the ACL. I mean, I could have thrown, but it was just a matter of like, would they let me? You got to sign waivers. Obviously, you signed a waiver. I probably would have went out there, but boy, I was rooting you all on, man. And E-Rock was like, "Hey, can you give me that video?" I was like, "Bro, I might give you the video. You put this all over socials." He's like, "Who's the game-winning touchdown?" I was like,
Hey, Todd, man, I see you keep on commenting. I only got a couple years left. Let me make something clear, bro. I got plenty of gas in the tank, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get back to my prime for next season. It was, just got the best of me. But played my ass off. Shout out to the women that were part of my squad, man. They played their behinds off, man. Like they were to me, they were the MVPs. I mean, I know you got an image of me like drained, after Kyle threw that interception, man. It was just like, all right. I had E-Rock beat on the deep route, but he just didn't read it in time. And then when he let it up, that one got picked off on me as well. So it was just like, just wasn't going our way, man. And then we had I had Willie T, man. Willie T was our coach. I'm a big fan of Willie T from back in the day, man. Great linebacker, and it was cool just being able to participate in that and shoot the shit with that man. Like that man, he doesn't hold back. Like he was getting on my ass. He was like, I appreciate you being out here, but I need you to, step it up a little bit. So it was fun though, man. It was a great time.
Jason Avant had to give, I had to give him a little side eye because he was very critical of you guys, of the guys on the green team.
Never fails, man.
And then Hollis was kicking the football and going apeshit crazy.
He's kicking.
Yeah,
he the ball. He didn't like the call, so he kicked the ball, and everyone's like, "Is he joking?" Like, I think he's serious. But
Yeah,
Coach
don't
Todd
like me.
Harriman's won his first championship. He said
Nice.
he said it took 20 minutes of preparation for this. But Ev, I mean, I know you've been doing a lot of stuff with the house. You're out here doing the Lord's work. I mean, how's the summer going so far?
That was very interesting that you worded it that way, because a lot of big things did happen this week. You're now talking to an ordained minister. But yeah, it's been busy on this front for me as well. Got my sister's wedding coming up. That's why I got the ordained minister thing. I'm going to be officiating that this Friday.
Nice.
So looking forward to that. Yeah, very much looking forward to that.
You got to keep composure, but you also stay professional.
For sure. I've done one wedding before. It's for a it was like my third cousin. Which we're tight, but I mean, like, doing it for my sister, I feel like that's gonna be a different level of emotion. So just got to keep it under control. I'm feeling confident. I'm a decent public speaker. I can handle it.
So I'm hoping that one day you get to marry someone down at the tailgates.
That would be awesome. Listen, if anybody is looking to get married down at the 4th and Jawn tailgate, I am your guy. And Matt, you will have catering on hand and a minister on hand. That's not bad.
Who makes a cheesesteak at the same time? That's kind of Reverend Hearn.
Reverend Hearn.
Reverend Hearn. We're gonna call you Reverend Hearn. I like that.
But no, it's been good otherwise. Moved into the house, got all the stuff up on the walls, feeling settled. So life's going good. Just getting excited for the Eagles season, man.
I'm gonna have to hire you out. I'm just let you know.
If you need some blue collar work from Frugal Gang himself,
bro, I got some work for you. Someone else who has work for us is the Philadelphia Eagles. I think it's all gravy right now. I mean, it's all puppy dogs and ice cream. We won the Super Bowl. Everything's great, man. Everything's great. We have no worries. No one's really hurt right now. People are dealing with their injuries from the Super Bowl. Like, everything's great. But tonight we're gonna talk about some superlatives. I don't know if you remember superlatives, and maybe in high school you might be. Maybe I think Prime got what did you get in high school? Superlatives? Most talkative, biggest shit talker.
Not even. Actually, I was the quietest one. Most shy.
Really?
That's surprising.
Very surprising. Yeah. Listen,
were you an Eagles fan then? You were an Eagles fan then.
Come on, bro.
Crazy question.
Yeah. So no, I mean, like, all bullshit aside, high school years was totally different for me, man. I didn't open up to like after my senior trip. My senior trip is when I opened up and they got to see the real me, and yeah, the rest was history. But freshman into that senior trip, I was the quietest.
So you weren't shit talking? You weren't a shit talker prior to that?
No, sir.
He said most shot. Yeah, what did you get?
I was class clown, bro. I was just
Marlton's finest.
Hey man, I was tormenting the Facebook groups for years after that.
He said class clown.
Oh yeah, social media at the time. We didn't have social media at our time, bro.
That's funny.
It was in its infancy. Like, I got to see the full gambit of it. I started out on MySpace, and then did the transfer over to Facebook.
MySpace.
He said MySpace. I got best dressed, and I got class athlete. So
okay, 2 of them.
It's got 2 of them, man. I was cleaning up house. Maybe Tim Kincaid. Which superlative did you get in high school?
In high school, man, I got most likely to be on TV.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, I got most likely to be on TV, and athlete. I was a football, baseball, basketball player. So.
All right, signing her. I suppose most likely to sign some autographs. So we're gonna get into some of the superlatives. I know everybody's itching to get away. Shout out to everyone in the comments, though. I mean, appreciate you guys sticking around. We got Puga from the dirty southwest. Texas.
The dirty Southwest.
I mean, there's a lot of dirt in Texas. No,
Yeah, West Texas for sure.
they got like
Yeah.
windstorms and shit like that, and shit like that. But shout out to everybody in the comments, man. We want you guys to join the show. If you want to give us your superlatives, go ahead and do that, man. So we're gonna get right into it. This one's pretty easy here. I think it's pretty easy, but I think we have most likely to break out. I think this is one that is pretty easy. I mean, we can start from age before beauty. We can go with we can go with you. We'll start with you, Evan. I mean, who's most likely to break out?
I find it interesting that you call this an easy one, considering I view our team as a very young team that is budding with young talent. Most likely to break out, I'm thinking about guys that were kind of on that precipice before at the end of last year. And if I'm thinking about a player that I think is going to take a step forward this year, I'm going to go with Jalix Hunt. I think you think about the BG role being filled. BG leaving, and then someone having to pick up snaps there. He really came into his own at the end of last season. I think that Jalix Hunt's going to have himself a double-digit sack kind of year.
Okay.
And with Josh Sweckel.
Okay. Since we're sticking to the age, we'll go with Tim Kincaid.
Oh man, you know who I think is going to be? It's actually Josh Uche.
Josh Uche.
I'm picking Josh Uche. Yeah, I think he's going to be the one that's going to be most likely to break out. I know a lot of people were saying that they don't know if he's going to make the team, but there's a lot of talk about him. I didn't want to pick the obvious one, and because I know somebody else is going to say it, so I wanted to pick something that was a little out the box, and I want to see him get a chance. And I think he's going to shine in this Vic Fangio defense. So,
interesting. Tim's. I'm gonna let it just keep on rolling. I'll go with you, Prime. Your breakout player, most likely to break out.
I think the one that's going to probably stand out is Trotter Jr. I think Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is going to have a standout year, man. I mean, I think the linebacker position is open for him to go ahead and do his thing, and going into his second year, I think he's this is his time.
I'm gonna follow up with Ev's Ev Money here. I got most likely to break out. I got Jalix Hunt. I feel like Jalix Hunt is gonna be. I think he knows what he's doing now. I think he's gonna be able to play faster. I think he's a smart football player. He's got it right now, and I don't know.
And he's got the physical form for it too, man.
Like he did, like last, he's got the length, he's got the speed off the edge. I think he's got the right. He has the makeup too. So I really feel he's got a great opportunity.
I'm shocked that nobody said Nolan Smith.
Oh, I already thought he broke out already.
I mean, I think that like the way that he balled out, like he's on everybody's radar now. I feel like Jalix Hunt is not as much on people's radar. He's going into year 2. But I agree. I think Nolan Smith, stat-wise, performance-wise, he's going to improve, I believe. But I wouldn't consider it as much of a breakout as Jalix Hunt. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I think the reason I think, I didn't pick him, but I thought somebody else was going to pick him was because everybody's talking about him being the next BG. He's going to be, he has the motor, the mouth, he loud. You know what I'm saying? So I thought you guys were good job though. Good selection, folks.
Jalix Hunt. We got Jalix Hunt, Josh Uche, and we have Primo. Who'd you have?
Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
I like that.
That's a good one. I think he's got every opportunity to shine early on with everyone's homie N'Kobe Dean out and Jihad being on the men for a bit.
And I also just think like the storyline of like getting out of his dad's shadow, but within the same city is good. Like I think about back when he was at Clemson and seeing highlights of him in like his sophomore year and all that. And I wanted Trot Jr. then just because it was Trot Jr. And then as you get closer to the draft, you see him kind of sliding in people's projections from where, I mean, a lot of people a couple years ago thought he was a day 2 kind of guy. And then he slides to day 3. And that kind of took some of the wind out of the sails for me and expectation, but I was still happy to get him. But if we turn around now, I think he played well last year. I think he played above expectation last year. So if he puts another year of, grinding it out and improvement, I would love to see him get out of his dad's shadow and really just carve out a name for himself. I think it'd be great.
Now, I know Trotter mentioned that his Trotter Jr. won a Super Bowl. He's like, at least my name's gonna be in the mix, so my name's up there. So I think everybody's excited in the Trotter household. The next superlative, and I say that next because it's very interesting. The next Kenny G in the building. I mean, this position,
musical talent. Is that what you meant by that?
Yeah, if you know. I know Ev used to work with the radio station, so he's up on his ish. But I think in general, this position, whether it's running back, on passing downs, to give Saquon a breather. I know we have. I'm not going to mention players yet, but I just think who's going to take over that role. I mean, we'll start reverse. We'll go with Primo first. Who is your next Kenny G?
Hey, I'm going with Will Shipley, man. Will Shipley is definitely going to be the next Kenny G. I mean, the burst that boy finished the season with last year, and then especially into the playoff run. I'm looking forward to actually see him go to work, man. I know we always look forward to that one player that stands out in the preseason, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing Ship, man. I want to see what he's all about. And I think he has the potential, to be that 1-2 knockout with Saquon. So, yeah, that's my Kenny G.
I'll go with age first. I'll go with I'm gonna go with I was gonna go real far left.
Do it. I know exactly who you're thinking. Stand on it, bro.
We got a lot of slots left I could throw this guy in. But I think Will Shipley. I think he's a guy that he's a juice guy. He's quiet, but I think like Prime, he got out of his comfort zone. He got into his comfort zone. I think Will Shipley is going to get into his comfort zone this year. And I think we were just seeing small bits and pieces. I mean, Gainwell was pretty much in his way in terms of getting those reps. When he got his reps, he made the best of them. And when I spoke to Coach Singleton, he was very fired up about Will Shipley as we move down the age ladder. The next Kenny G.
I'm gonna go off a little bit of the radar because everybody's picking Shipley. I'm gonna go with J-Dot because he's gonna get I think he's gonna get more involved with the offense, and him and Jay have communicated, made a little bit of a bond. You see, as he was traded, I think it was the beginning of the season. He was a little bit behind the 8 ball as the season progressed. He was earning Jalen's trust every time. I mean, if he didn't get tackled before the goal line, he scores in the Super Bowl. I think he's going to steps up and have a bigger opportunity in year 2 with the Philadelphia Eagles.
But I mean, is he going to actually give us any work in the backfield?
I could do some trick plays with him or something. People forget that he's a former first round pick. People forget about that. And go look up the highlights. Go look at the highlights of Penn State.
Oh, I'm not doubting John Dotson. There's just no room for him to flourish like a king when he's dealing with AJ Browns, the Devontae Smiths of the world. I don't think there's any opportunity to get the love he needs. But what's you, Evan, Hollywood Hearn?
So I was gonna go the direction of Will Shipley because I do think that he is a legitimate running back 3 that will give some solid contribution on this team. But since nobody said AJ Dillon, I got to show some love, bro, because I think that AJ Dillon is going to be a completely more productive player than people remember A.J. Dillon in Green Bay. I mean, every running back that comes here, they have the best season that they've had in their career. Look at it, the past decade? Every running back that comes here has an improved season. I think that he had a solid skill set, and when you are placing him as a change of pace bet, aside from DeMarco Murray.
Let's go. Let's hold up. My bad, Evan. I really didn't want. I wanted you to finish it. Trey Sermon. Don't forget about his.
He wasn't even ever in the mix, though.
Right, but still, you know, he didn't even.
I get what you're saying, but like I'm talking about guys that you know what I'm trying to say. Players come here and they have had improved seasons because it's no mystery that this offensive line is elite. So I'm thinking about A.J. Dillon as a change of pace. I would love to see them to Saquon and A.J. Dillon in the backfield at the same time. But that's you ask for that every year, and you never really see it.
I'm not gonna.
A.J. Dillon, I think, is gonna ball out, bro. He'll have some touchdowns this year for sure.
But is he? I think it's people don't realize that A.J. Dillon can catch too. Like he's not really utilized like that, but he's worked on his receiving game over the years. But I think, it'll be very interesting to see how they deploy if they put him. It's just like double trouble when you think of it.
Hopefully, this is not a Rashad Penny type of situation. Hopefully,
we had a loaded backfield then, though, man. Like when we had that, he was literally like. We had 4 legitimate options at running back.
He's also, you got to remember something. He's also coming off a stinger injury. He's coming off you got to think about that. I'm just hoping that he gets a fair chance.
But he's had a year off. He's definitely the one thing he said that he said having that year off meant a lot for his body. Like he's like the first time ever in football that he's had like a whole year off to like rest. So we'll see. Joey says embarrassment of riches on this team. I think so. I think we have a
Penny got you seeing ghosts. You're just afraid of big body backs now. Big body veteran backs.
Big back.
Was Trey Sermon the one that everyone was asking for, or that it was more Penny? That one year?
I think it was
Trey.
I want Penny, bro. Dude, I thought Penny was going to be or like starting running back that year. That was DeAndre Swift. Who else do we have? Kenny G.
Well, I was asking Coach Singleton about that situation. I said, "What can they get more touches? What's up with that?" And he's like, "Have you seen this offense?" He's like, "That we are not like it's nothing a knock on them. It's just that we don't have enough. We have so many mouths to feed that someone's gonna be hungry." And that's definitely definitely wants this. Someone's sitting out. Michael says Penny was trash.
Damn.
And Kiki says cousin Kiki's watching.
Okay. Penny never even played.
He played the Cowboys game. I think he had a couple carries in the Cowboys game, and he had the first down or two. Like, damn.
I think we're gonna start with Evan on this one, Mr. Medicals. Most likely to pup. It's not great superlative. I don't like to speak things into existence, but things are, we're just trying to be fact out here with this take here. But most likely to pup. Evan Holler would have heard. I would agree that.
So, a guy that has been lurking around this team. This isn't the guy I'm saying, but you remember Patrick Johnson is a guy that has just lurked around this team for years. I think that the new version of Patrick Johnson on this team, guy that's most likely to pup for me, is going to be Eli Ricks. You look at the abundance of cornerbacks that we have. But we've also got guys like Darius Slay leaving or has already left. So I think that he's going to be a cornerback that doesn't exactly have what it takes to make that final 53-man roster, but that they're going to want to hang on to. So just keep him in his back pocket. I think Eli Ricks is going to be that guy.
He's going to get a fake injury.
I think so. A little phantom injury.
Little phantom in there. All right. Let's see. I'll go with Primo. Most likely to pup.
Yeah, Evan beat me to the punch on that one. Honestly, I got it right here that I was looking at Eli Ricks as well, man. Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't think he has what it takes to, to finish out the year. And, we got so many weapons on that position. He's it's not looking good for him, man. He's definitely outside looking in, and yeah, he just can't stay consistent.
I do think he'll get plucked off the practice squad. Eli Ricks.
Well, I hope. I mean that. Hey, listen. I hope that'll be a positive thing for him. But right now, it's not doing anything for us.
Most likely the pup is obviously it's Nakobe Dean. I don't think Nakobe is gonna. I'm not sure how long it goes into the season, but that's when you pup. It's the first 4 games. So, what say you, Tim?
I'm gonna have to go with is it Sin? Sin, the safety. Can't think of his first name right now. You know what I'm talking about? The safety we just picked up from the Vikings.
Lewis Seen.
Can't think of his name.
Oh, Lewis
Seen. Lewis Seen. That's why I couldn't say it. I couldn't think of his first name. I think Lewis Seen is going to be the guy. Looking at Maxon Hook from former Toledo.
Was one of my guys.
Yeah, one of my guys too. So Tristan McCollum, Vic Fangio's been talking about him a lot every time he's in that press conference. And then you got, I don't see it, bro. I don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, I got seen in another category. Interesting that you said, okay. But it's interesting. Shout out to Antonio. He says, "Man, where have y'all been?"
I think it's interesting that you not.
Who?
I guess not. Never mind. Forget what I was going to say.
I'm trying to think who else might be. I mean, I'm hoping Jihad is back in action. I know August is where he should be back in August.
Anthony Perry dropping a good one in there. Not the safety. I mean, I would have thought Tristan McCollum would have been the guy because that's the guy that Vic Fangio has talked about so far this training camp. Just as seeing improvement. Nice Smith. I think he'd be lucky to make the team.
Kevin says Anai Smith is going to be on the pup. Someone's going to get that fake injury, but I do think it's definitely Nakobe. And with you talk about Jeremiah Trotter having that breakout potential, and the Rook coming in here, you don't have you give him some time to mend, and we're all Gucci. Antonio, we've been around the world a little bit. We were at the Brian Dawkins golf outing. We had a great time there. We were at the NovaCare recently. Prime was balling it out and balling it up. Where else we were at the Eagles NovaCare. We had a meeting with Alex Hallaby. He was meeting with fans. So we've been on the road to victory. So it's been a good time. And it's summer, dude. It is summer, Antonio. Where have you been, Antonio? That's all I want to know. Because it's vacation time. But moving right along, the next one up is I think my favorite. I think this is my favorite. I think Tone Setter. What bike? Because I feel like the energy levels last year were immaculate. I think when you got guys like BG, you got guys like Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter. There's a mix of guys in the locker room. But I'm gonna start this one off. I'm gonna go with Jalen Carter is my tone setter this season. What say you, F?
I mean, you took the words out of my mouth. Jalen Carter. Todd talks about Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. BG, we talk about filling that or comparing Nolan Smith to BG because, they like to joke around, all these things. I consider that a glue guy. I don't necessarily consider that a tone setter. I think a guy like Jalen Carter, just a dominant, intimidating force that you know is going to absolutely wreck your offensive line is a guy that's a tone setter. And he's the most dominant player on the field, so I'll go with him.
We have Tim stepping in. He says, I feel like Mitchell will be a tone setter, Mr. Quinyon Mitchell, aka my son. Let's see, Primo, who do you got?
I'm actually thinking Cam Jurgens is going to probably be the guy that's going to go ahead and be a tone setter this year. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I seen some of his pre-talks, before the games, and yeah, he has the ability to get these guys focused in, and now that he's running the center and running the plays and making sure things are being done correctly, yeah, I could see him stepping into that role and setting the tone.
Jalen, Chris says Jalen Carter, and I'm not gonna even say that last one because I have a feeling this man might say, "Who's your tone setter?"
That's my son, Zach Baum. He's stepping up, man. He's definitely going to be. He got paid, right? He put where his mouth, where the money is, and he's ready to take over this defense and be the leader of this defense. So I think he's going to be the tone setter. That's it, man. Zach Baum, my son.
Looking mad happy.
That's like a proud dad.
Did you
Happy Father's Day.
There's your father. Yeah, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Nick Foles, his father out there. I mean, Evan's a cat daddy like myself. We do hard work out here.
No love for Grant Calcaterra.
Yo, Evan's picture. I was gonna come back with the you have the cat with the asthma pump. I was gonna put. Oh man,
we got a whole cat hospital over here. Kevin said, "Looking forward to meeting y'all for some games this year." That's right. Kevin is in the area now. Yeah, let us know. There's a lot of Eagle events going on. Just want to keep you guys updated as we go along here. But there is a softball game coming up. So I don't know if you guys know anything about the softball game, but it's Devontae Smith on June 28th in Allentown, Pennsylvania. He's got a bunch of stars that are going to be out there. Me and Primo have been there a couple of years in a row. It's a great time. If you haven't been there, it's a great opportunity to see the stars and the future stars and see Saquon. I mean, it's weird, but it's worth the price of admission just to see a superstar like Saquon handle a crowd that big after the game's over. See how a real professional works a room. That is some players would fold under pressure bust pipes, but not Saquon in his hometown. It's like he just worked the room, and I was like, that was the first interaction that we had with him when he came to the team, and I was like, the way he just worked this whole stadium and signed everyone's autograph and it was impressive. Yeah, I just had a brain fart on live. Yeah, I was gonna say, Prime, were you going this year? Prime,
Sorry, yes. As of right now, yes, I will be joining you.
Okay, next week we also have Jason Kelsey, Ocean Drive. That's next Wednesday, the 23rd. So that'll be a good time. We'll be down there with the Philly Sports Trip. So if you guys want to, it's going to be a party week. Then also shout out to Jordan Spector, another event. If you want to see BG and get a card with the actual cleats and the jersey, and then have a meet and greet with one of the best. Make sure you get your ticket at SpectorSportsArt.com. I'll be down there collecting some content, and it's always a good time when you see BJ. This is very factual. But moving right along, did everyone say their tone setter? Ev, did I miss you?
Mm-hmm. No.
Ev, who's you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jalen Carter. I said I agreed with you.
Okay. Mr. Perfect. This is who's your Mr. Perfect? I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think.
I think this one's pretty obvious.
It's pretty obvious, right?
Yeah,
Mr. Perfect is. I'll start with you, Ev. Who's Mr. Perfect?
I wonder if we're thinking of the same person, because I'm not sure if we are, but I'm thinking of Mr. Can Do No Wrong. That was Saquon Barkley last year. That was Mr. 2000. 2K say, however you want to put it, he would have had 40 touchdowns if the Eagles weren't doing the tush push. I can't think of anything he did wrong. I'm not saying that's not a knock on Hurts. I think Hurts played phenomenal as well, but I think Barkley played flawless. And so we're
Fumble
talking about
versus Falcons.
perfection.
You said.
Stop. If we're talking about Mr. Perfect, I think we
Well,
talk
drop
about
pass. I mean, the drop pass. I mean, yeah, Mr. Primo, who you got, Mr. You're Mr. Perfect this year.
I don't know. I think my Mr. Perfect is going to be Devontae Smith this year, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he realized there was a lot left on the table last season, and you know that's the best. That's the thing about having all these great players on the team. I really feel like they bring the best out of each other. I know where we watch a lot of these games on TV or from the stands, and we really aren't there listening to what they talk about or what they say. But I really feel like the chemistry these boys got. Again, I know for a fact they just bringing the best out of each other. They're always correcting each other on what they might have missed out on. That's what the teammates are there for, to go ahead and get an eye view of what they didn't catch. So with these four, with Jalen, AJ, Devontae, and Saquon, I really feel like Devontae probably stood out last year and was like, yeah, I could have had a better year. And he's always coming into the season with that mentality. So I think it's going to be a good one for him this year.
Interesting. Cheesesteak 22 training camp is in 5 weeks. It's on July 22nd. So make sure you do all your vacationing in between now and July 22nd because nothing else matters. We'll go with you, Ev. Who's your Mr. Perfect? You said Saquon. You said Saquon. Tim?
I'm going with Cooper DeJean. I think he's going to be the guy that everybody's going to be counting on, especially hearing what Vic said about Coop. He's going to be playing a little bit of safety, outside, inside. You got to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting, man. I got one thing I got to say to get off my chest. I'm going to say that later. But I think with Coop is going to be there's going to be a lot on his plate. And I think he is a perfect person to put those problems and burdens on his shoulders, and he's ready to take it to the next level.
So Kevin agrees with you. He says Mr. Perfect on his end is Cooper DeJean. We have Perk agreeing with Prime with a Devontae Smith. Anthony says Saquon and Hurts. I'm gonna say, I mean, Hurts has been perfect, man. I think he's been perfect. I think in training camp, obviously we're talking training camp too. It's a perfect setting usually for the quarterbacks to flourish, but
Right.
And again, with practice, some people look at practice certain ways. Like I don't like if you ever practiced on a football field and had 3 days and like. Practice is where you get better, and practice is where you take chances. Like some people look at practice and be like, we have people taking notes of stats in practice. But like, if I'm going to learn how to throw a fade route to a new wide receiver and like see if I could test how I throw it, this is where I would do it. So if I throw an interception, it's not like it's not that big a deal. But I think Hurts is known to be effective. Krista says it's weird having open practice after the first preseason game this year. Are we all open practices have been like a rock star moment? It's like we had WWE, we've had like big concerts. Like the open practice is now a huge thing.
50,000, you can touch and feel. You can touch and feel. Behind the scenes. I like fun the last time I went.
Shout out to Mark. He says 4th and John needs to be making money for appearances at the event. Hey, just give us free stuff.
Sign a contract.
We need to get Evan's cheesesteak in the link. How about that?
Facts.
Evan
on that, bro.
Evan.
That's Philly cheesesteak himself.
If you had a cheesesteak, would you just call it Evans? It's very generic.
Evans cheesesteaks, yeah.
No. We got it.
Skinny
Heaven Hollywood, bro. Heaven
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hollywood steak.
Yeah.
Hollywood State.
Hollywood steak. Dude, that's your signature, bro. You got it. Matter of fact, I'm making a t-shirt when I come back.
I don't want people to think that they're going to be getting some West Coast cheesesteak in Philadelphia.
It's interesting. Now that Hollywood's has a, you have the red carpet, and then Ev's out there.
Boom! Right there, we gotta have a green carpet for him. You know what I'm saying?
So the line at
the logo.
We could have
crazy,
all, like the what's that? The Star Walk of Fame. We could have everybody guys' names in it leading up to the register. I like it.
Boom! Right there.
And then we have Lana. We have like the bodega cat. You could have Lana. Evans cat's name.
I don't know if you could have a cat just chilling in
a bodega cat is it's official. Like, yo, I got my cheesesteak and I got a bodega cat named Lana looking at me. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
come on,
in the Batman costume.
Existence. Let's go. Moving right along. I mean, we're this is teacher's pet now. Now I feel like there's multiple positions there. We have Kevin Patullo in his offense. You have the head coach's pet, and then you have Fangio's pet here. I think if I'm going, I'll start with Fangio first. I'm going Zach Bond. I feel like there's the love and respect is there. I do think Cooper could be added into that mix, but I think for Fangio, I'll go Zach Bond. What say you guys?
For Fangio, if I'm being honest with you, like I'm surprised. I forget who, and I understand why you put him for the pup earlier. But I had Nakobe Dean, man. Nakobe Dean, I picture as like very by the book. I get he's dealing with the injury right now, but I think that he is in the coach's good graces just because he is a very smart, intelligent football player. He always knows where to be. And when he's out there, he balls. I kind of view Nakobe as Vic's teacher's pet.
What about you?
I'm gonna go with Jalen Carter, man. The energy this kid is bringing, and he's fresh and like still learning as days goes on. Fangio is looking at this as a project that he put into effect and got us a ring. So yeah, I think Jalen Carter's gonna be that guy.
Tim, what you say? What did you say?
Man, I'm reaching in the archives. I'm gonna go Sidney Brown. And the reason why is because Sidney Brown was in he was in the doghouse a little bit. Now he has to make it up, and that starting safety position next to Reed Blankenship is open.
So you're saying that he's in the doghouse?
He was in the doghouse, not in the doghouse now. I think you start a new year, right? I think you start a new year. I mean, I think for Sidney, I think he is now, and this is what I'm gonna say. I think Sidney, a little bit of experience that he gotten under his belt, and I think with Vic talking to him, he needs to slow down and have football instincts, not hair on fire instincts. Football instincts, like you studied all week, you know your assignment. That's what we need from Sidney, and I want to give Sidney a shot, man. Just like Kelee Ringo. Kelee Ringo is next as well. Those two guys, we're looking for those two guys to step up. I mean, let's be honest. There's two guys out there in the free agent pool that I know that Howie is waking up like, oh, they didn't sign today. And with this is Simmons and the newcomer and Jair Alexander. Like those guys are out there now. So and this is a young defense, and I really, really want to see the full potential out of those two. But I'm gonna have to say Sidney Brown is my front leading center, teacher's pet. I think he's going to do it this year. He's going to be that guy. He's going to be that guy. Here's some cookies. My wife made some. My wife made some fruit cake.
I love Sidney Brown, but I'm gonna have to disagree with you.
All right.
I think
Go ahead.
I think he,
Disagree.
I think he's in the doghouse.
Come
I'm
on,
not
man.
gonna say he's in the doghouse. He has to show I think he has the most to prove.
I can see that, but I'm saying though, he could become, hey, the teacher's pet. You know what I'm saying?
Candy says Jalix.
Ugh.
Carissa says I would pass on Jair Alexander. I would take Simmons though, who might
I
be
got
the
you.
real teacher's pet. Okay. According to now I just wanted to Chauncey, we love you, right? We appreciate you, but you gotta stop. It's just it's not a
He's a
good look.
crash out, bro. I mean, it's that simple. Like we're allowed to love a crash out. He won
Let
a
it go.
Super Bowl.
We love him, but I just saying you can't
but
be
he can't control his emotions. You know what I mean?
like we love you, right? We love you, right? We have a place
For forever thankful.
I have
Forever
a place
thankful.
for you in the office, right? But
Crash out shorty. Crash out shorty.
Primo, I think you might have to have a pep talk to Chauncey about where his energy's at. I mean, what's your take on Chauncey and his social media takes recently?
I mean, it definitely is ridiculous. I get it. You know, he's butthurt. He got let go, and he wants to be here with the championship team that he did play a big part in. I absolutely get it. I know what it's like getting taken away from something that you put your all into. So I feel his pain, but he's got to do better. He's got to go ahead and control his feelings, his emotions. It's just not a good look on him. You know what I mean? Like. He's just sounding real silly. I know he's playing for the Texans right now, but I'm pretty sure they got a close eye on him on how he's acting over there. He obviously can't let go, and
he said the Eagles aren't getting back to win without him.
Yeah.
that's the type of shit that just makes me laugh. Like what I mean, like I'm with y'all. I appreciate the hell out of everything you given us and all that, but you're really reaching if you think we ain't getting back to that promised land without you, bro.
It's a tough scene out here. Tough scene. But
Very.
moving
There
right
was
along.
a lot of people, not for nothing, but there was a lot of people when Jason Kelsey retired that said that the Eagles offense won't be the same without him, and B, the tush push won't work without him, and it worked better. I'm not saying that Kelsey was a problem. I'm just saying that if you're a good team, you will overcome.
Now moving right on to the next teacher's pet. This is Nick Sirianni's teacher's pet.
How do you not go Patullo next? You did Vic fans. You do.
I'm going left to right.
All right.
I'm going left to right. This is how I work.
Okay.
What do you think?
Are you asking me since I'm still up?
You're right on the screen there, buddy.
Okay. I for Nick Sirianni, I'm going to go Jordan Mailata. I view Jordan Mailata as one of those guys that just has no enemies on earth, and just universally liked across the board as well as by his coaches.
Todd says Lane Johnson.
That's
Is that you?
That is my guy. I'm gonna say Lane Johnson, man. Lane Johnson is gonna be Nick Sirianni's pet. He is now the veteran on this squad, and it's gonna be a lot to rely on him. We're leading this team back to the big game, and Lane Johnson's just built for it. He's got a great relationship with everybody on the team and with Nick Sirianni. So yeah, I can see him being that guy bringing an apple every day to training camp and into the games.
I think Tim's gonna say Sidney Brown, but go ahead.
Can't have an opinion on this show. I'm gonna go Dallas Goedert. He just got brought back, and I feel like a lot of the offense. I feel like a lot of guys are happy that he's back. So I think he's going to be the guy that's going to be the teacher's pet on the offense because he's going to be the fourth option. So maybe third option. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I was going to go, but I think he's going to be the guy like, hey, coach, try to get a play here and there. So I think he'll be the one guy.
Hey Tim, I'm gonna disagree with you on this one.
Go ahead. That's what this is about. You can't agree with me with everything.
No, I'm going to. The Lane Johnson one's really good. I think he's. I'd say Jalen Hurts, man. Yeah, wait. I mean,
They do have a history of not having good.
Right.
That's why I had to check myself. I said, now I'm thinking maybe Saquon. Maybe Saquon right now. I think
He's a
Saquon.
good guy. So I mean, yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah.
Moving now with Kevin Patullo. I'll start with the offensive side. I'm gonna say Jalen Hurts. I think they've been together for a minute. People don't realize how close they probably really are. I think he's been involved. So I really do think Jalen Hurts. If him and Jalen Hurts get on the same page, it could be beautiful. It could be beautiful stuff out here. Primo, who you got?
I agree with you, man. It's got to be Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts and him have to be on the same page. I mean, this is what his third offensive coordinator in the past few years. So
The eighth, ninth?
Eighth.
But I mean,
Dating about the college.
I was I'm just talking about in the past few years, but yeah. So yeah, it has to be Jalen Hurts all the way through. I mean, he's got to get him and these two have to go ahead and do a lot of homework together and do some. What was that? What was that? You had to stay behind for school, get that extra help.
Attention.
Tutoring. Tutoring. He has to get that extra tutoring. Yeah. So, I can't believe you said.
I'm familiar with attention.
I know you, class clown. Gotcha. Yeah. So I mean, like, it's just that extra work this boy, and I mean, like, we've been seeing the interviews, we've been seeing, Jalen just talking about again how much work he still wants to go ahead and put into, becoming the greatest. He's getting there, and it starts with you and your coordinator being on the same page.
Let's say you, Tim.
AJ Brown.
Took it right out of my mouth.
AJ Brown. And the reason why I say AJ Brown is because when Patullo got that position, bro, he was the first one to vouch for him. And it seems like them two are locked in and they tight. So I feel like AJ, you haven't seen nothing from AJ. I think you're going to see the best from AJ this year. I think they're going to be the best. I think their passing game is going to be fireworks. I'm going with AJ.
Me and Tim are 100% on the same page with this. My rationale is that I think that AJ Brown, I don't think he would publicly admit it, but I think that even though his stats have been pretty outrageous the entire time he's been on the Eagles, I think he knows he's capable of a lot more. I think, like I said, while he would never admit it, I think the fact that Saquon popped off last year kind of took away from his ability to really pop off and put up the gaudy, audacious numbers that he's capable of putting up. I think I've said that I don't think that it's really expected that Saquon's going to be able to repeat a 2,000-yard type of season. So I expect a more pass-heavy attack this year. And I think that A.J. Brown is going to be all up in Kevin Patullo's in his office, just trying to get himself as involved in the offense as possible and just absolutely eat this season. So I'm with you, Tim, 100%.
It's time for that Patullo takeover, man. I think he's got a great opportunity to really set his mark. But speaking of takeovers, Philly Sports Trips to 2025 Birds takeover. We got Buffalo, Dallas, Green Bay, Kansas City, Los Angeles, Minnesota, New York, Tampa Bay, and Washington. You got Lito Shepherd. I mean, we're starting off with Kansas City in week 2. That's a matchup of the Super Bowl, and then headed to the Birds takeover in Tampa Bay. Got Lito Shepherd and Hollis out there. You got the Birds takeover in New York, October 9th. Birds takeover Minnesota, which is going to be interesting. That's where the Eagles won the Super Bowl. We have your
one of the times.
Yeah, I mean, you got your newly anointed head coach Todd Hermans, who will be with us in Green Bay. I think that's a lot of people want to be on that trip. The Birds fly home. We got the people from across the pond coming over. That'll be very, very interesting. They always have a great time. The Birds take over in Dallas, November 21st, and then Birds take over in Los Angeles with LaShawn McCoy, aka Shady. Birds take over in December 20th. Take over Washington, and it might be the most awkward game in the cold and in your fandom. You're gonna have to question how much of a fan you are, a diehard you are, because Birds will be taking over Buffalo. December 27th through 29th. You're gonna have to check with your family, your wife, your husband, if because kids are on vacation that week. There's a lot going on here, so you're gonna have to test your whole fandom. But shout out to Philly Sports Trips. We'll be teaming up with them. We'll be out there, dog, this year. So make sure you bundle up at the end of the season. Most excited game you are for the season? Just pick one.
Green Bay.
Packers.
Yeah, Packers game.
Packers. Okay. Moving right along, man. We hit that real quick. What the Becton? I mean, Becton came out of nowhere. His story arc is better than I'd say better than the Blind Side. I think he was written off, led astray, then comes back with the Eagles, and he ends it with tears rolling down his face in the Super Bowl. Did I sell you guys on the script? No?
I'm sold.
Better than Blindside? No?
Yeah.
No, Jordan Mailata better than Blindside.
Yes.
Jordan Mailata.
Yes.
That movie needs to
That's a
happen.
better story.
Who's our what the Becton this year? Like, I mean, this is a player who's coming back from sort of, being written off.
I got one.
Ojulari.
Ojulari, that's a good one. Go ahead.
I would go with I'll go with Ojulari. Just because he was in the NFC East. Giants kind of dumped him. Didn't really trust him. Injuries have been kind of like his fate. So I feel like he's coming here on a 1-year deal and he's going to prove himself. Basically, what Beckham did. He was, in my opinion, between I think it was Thibodeau and him were the best pass rushers and for the Giants. So I think he's going to come here. He's going to prove people wrong.
Weren't you talking up Uche earlier in this show too? You big on
Yeah. Them two, man. Them two. I feel like them two are gonna come in and gel. This is one thing I can say about the Philadelphia Eagles and the organization in the locker room is jam-packed of brotherhood. And once you're coming into a winning culture, winning is everything. Leave your ego at the door. Like AJ put his to the side. Hey, Saquon, we gonna ride with you, bro. You gonna do what you got to do. He was a star. I don't know if you guys even heard of what Nicole Lynn just said earlier about Jalen. That Jalen made sure that everything about everybody was good on the team before he signed his deal. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of atmosphere that you want. Guys want to come here to win. So I just feel like it's just one of those things like where you get a 1-year deal and you're a veteran and you're chasing the ring. Why not Philadelphia? Culture. Yeah. Culture is everything.
And you can make your money after.
Facts.
So I mean, we all green on Ojulari? Someone different?
No, I had someone different. Go ahead, Primo. Muted.
I actually had AJ Dillon. I think, he was slightly written off there. You know what I mean? They kind of closed the door on him, and he came signed a 1-year contract with us, and he has the ability to get back on the map with this squad. Definitely what Tim said. This is the chemistry we now run in this locker room in this organization, and what better time than to come and join us? You know what I mean, for that long haul again. So I think this is the time for AJ Dillon to get, put his stats back up there and get that what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out here, fellas. I bring fart myself. Not so much the mojo, just that that popularity that he once had at one point. Like the guy was pretty popular. He's got some. He still has that potential, man.
I think he could just. I think he's gonna have a shiny moment in some game where he doesn't have a big role. I just think they're both backs that can complement each other well, like give each other breathers here and there. But it's gonna be a lot of force, man. Short yardage is gonna be bananas.
Facts.
What
I would like to see with him is if they could use him like they use Jordan Howard, that's what I want. Exactly what I want. You keep on moving the scene, and he's just going to get a couple yards in some dust. That's what I want to see with him.
But you know what? When Saquon talked about playing behind a line like this, he's like, I played on a bunch of different assortment of different like lineups together, but like for the first time in his career, everyone could actually do everything that was asked. Run inside, run outside, run screens, run everything great. Like AJ's gonna come here, he's like, damn, I can run. The holes are wide open. So I mean, it's gonna be sexy.
For me, I mean, it's a guy that has a Super Bowl ring with us, but I mean, you think about just what the story of his career has been so far, and I think it's been, when you look at where he was drafted, I feel like he's somewhat written off, and that's Jahan Dotson. I think Jahan Dotson, I just talked about how I expect the Eagles to have a more heavy pass attack this year. And I think that he's going to be a part of that. It's going to be year 2 in the system. I think he's a legitimate wide receiver that is just stuck behind 2 Ferraris right now. And so I think he will at some point get an opportunity this season, and I think he'll ball out.
My dog, Evan, my dog. Always got my back. Appreciate you.
Anthony says J. Dot is his guy. I thought, I mean, let's see what the Becton. I'm thinking. I mean, he's in a scenario. He's kind of written off like Tyler Steen. Like nobody is, really just pumping up the stock for Tyler Steen. But I just think Becton was a better option than Steen, and now Steen has the ability to come in and try and make a name for himself. 2 years with Stoutland University. Maybe he's got the green light this year. So I think he's got a great opportunity to make a name for himself this year. But we'll see. We'll see. Moving right along, we have the Paul Turner Award. This is an official award. Shout out to Ziz, our former 4th and Jawn member back in the day. Loved her some Paul Turner. But Paul Turner is an undrafted free agent.
Honestly, starting to get to the point now where there might be people, the younger listeners might not even know who Paul Turner is.
Is this above people's heads?
I don't know.
I don't think.
I mean, we're approaching a decade removed.
What was this 2015? 2016?
2016, yeah.
This is
that was the first year we did it. Yeah. No, absolutely.
Like this, you go to a party, you go to a Eagles watch party, you pull out names. You're trying
Eagles diehards know Paul Turner.
But I'm saying, if you go to a party where you're trying to call out someone, and you say Paul Turner, and they give you the Scooby Doo face, Shuggy. No, like if you don't know Paul Turner, undrafted free agent. I'm starting off. Shaderick Powell, running back, Central Arkansas. He's gonna come out. You're gonna be like, well, who is this dude? And he's gonna find some role, and hopefully he makes it on the practice squad, and he gets a special team role. That's my story.
I like it.
I'm gonna go Maxon Hook, Torlito. I think he's gonna be the guy. He's gonna get he's gonna be in a practice squad. He's gonna get moved up, and then he's gonna get a practice squad. He's gonna moved up. You know what I'm saying? Heard some good things about him in camp. Shout out Elliott Short Parks. But yeah, that's my guy.
Shout out Evan Hollywood Hearn, who Maxon Hooks was his guy. He wanted to get drafted here, and you got him undrafted. So I mean, is that your dude?
That wasn't my guy. I was actually going to go. My prediction. I mean, I was in on the Maxon Hook train, of course. But if we're talking about when I think about the Paul Turner Award, I think about somebody that really balls out during the training camp, preseason time, that everybody is sitting there thinking, oh my God, this guy's going to be some integral, crucial part. And then it's just kind of a lot of hot air. So I'm not trying to throw any shade, but I think Avery Williams at some point in this preseason is going to house a kick return, and everybody's going to be talking about how Avery Williams is the guy. I think they're going to go a different direction.
Interesting.
I
my
can,
Paul
see that. I can see that. I can see that.
Primo, who you got?
I think Elijah Cooks will probably be that guy. Paul Turner. Or, I don't know. It's just he's been actually watching a little bit of his videos and stuff, and he's got a good kick to him when it comes to the offense. So I think he's going to be like that little silent weapon for the preseason.
There's a lot of they brought in a lot of like taller options, but I want everyone's hyping up the Terrence Marshall. I don't know where I'm at. I'm gonna save some of these names, but did I say my guy? Yeah, I said my guy. I mean the next Covey. This goes to a special teamer who comes out of nowhere and blows the socks off of I mean, is Avery Williams that dude? I don't know.
Have you called Paul Turner fever?
I'm trying to think. So a special teamer who comes out of nowhere and makes a mark for him. So I'd say I'm gonna give Shunderick Powell two answers this year.
I like that. You're all in on your Shunderick Powell.
Yeah, he is. I'll give you one though.
Anybody else?
Danny Gray.
Good.
4-3. Been making spectacular catches at camp. Go check him out with a little bit of the Niners during the preseason. Made a lot of plays for the Niners in the preseason. Unfortunately, had an injury, but now he's going to get a chance, I think. And I think got to watch out, Johnny Wilson and Nice Smith. Got to watch out, man, because this kid is coming. Danny Gray. Check him out.
If you want to ask him about anything 49ers related, he's married to a 49ers fan. He's got the intel. Like, it's not even wanted intel. He just gets it anyway. Like, he has to watch games. He's watching preseason 49ers for no reason.
True. Very true. Yeah.
Tough scene out here. Primo, who you got?
I'm kind of hoping that Nice Smith steps up in that role this year, man. I know we talked about earlier that a lot of people don't see him lasting, but this is the opportunity. This year is pretty much do or die for him, and he's well known for returning. So put him back there. Let's see him go to work and see what he's all about.
It's his time to shine for sure. Who do you have, F?
I'm gonna go Will Shipley. Honestly, I picture him being a special teams demon this year, and that's really where he's gonna have to make his name. I could see him getting involved in tackling. I could also see him potentially being that guy in the kick return game. So
interesting.
Go shit.
Great points, there, fellas. Great points.
Yeah, I like that. Moving right along. This award or the superlative right here. We got. I think we have 2 left, by the way. 3 left, by the way. Is you might not understand it, but if you're a diehard, you do. And this is what we're talking about. Business in the front, party in the back. That is Jack Stoll. Now this is for
the Jag Award.
The Jag Tight End 3 award. This is it's not sexy, but it's a thing on this team.
This is the Phillies equivalent of Stubbs, the catcher.
It's not a sexy position, but with Evans' son, with concussions and injury history, tight end 3, and Dallas Goedert's injury history, tight end 3 has got to be someone who's versatile, can give you something.
So is this? I'm trying to get the interpretation of this award correctly. My interpretation and how you're explaining it is it's a glue guy, a back into the roster glue guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just who we think is going to be tight end 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the tight end 3 award. I mean, because like Jack Stoll brought the business and the party at the same time. No one saw anything out of him coming out of Nebraska for him to be here as long as he was. So it's a back end,
I got
tight
an
end
interesting
3,
one,
4 roster guy.
and I want you to hear me out here on my logic. How about a guy that has carved out a position on this team that he even wouldn't have expected? A position that I freaking love that we have right now.
I'm with. I know where you're going with that.
I'm with you.
BVS,
I know
bro.
where you're going.
Ben Van
Yeah.
Sumeren. How about the fullback position? I'm excited to have a fullback in front of Saquon, and also I just think that when you talk about somebody that's ready to run through a wall, a bit business in the front, party in the back, just ready to run through a wall for you. Who better than a fullback, man? He just is a heat-seeking missile. So I'm gonna go with BVS.
I like your take on that. Because I mean, I do feel like Van Sumeren is a lunch pail. He could play linebacker, he could play fullback. If you wanted him to play tight end, he probably could. Big Perk says Harrison Bryant. That would be interesting. Okay, I mean, this is not a Primo. Who do you got?
I went with BVS as well.
Oh yeah, okay.
I knew where everyone was going with that.
You there, Tim? Too?
Same. I can do an honorable mention with EJ Jenkins.
Oh, I like it. EJ Jenkins been sticking around. EJ Jenkins been sticking. It's not sexy.
At all.
Shout out to Mark Bird, Oregonian. He says, who was at UDFA a couple years ago that everyone thought was going to be Trayvon Grimes out of Florida? And
oh yeah,
he's one of the reasons why I don't hype up UDFAs. Not named Shunderick Powell. I mean, like, I was like Trayvon Grimes. I was like, could you guys stop with the Trayvon Grimes? The YouTube captions that'd be like, "Scary season," like "Scary."
Yo,
it's incoming. Like, come on, man. Like, there's nothing scary about Trayvon Grimes, and y'all hyped him up heavy.
I just need to remind everybody that our own Milk Missile is a UDFA and is a starting Super Bowl champion safety. That is a guy that came in when CJGJ went down the first time back, when we went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Chiefs. And he came in and balled out that year. He played really well. And there was a lot of people that were sitting there saying, oh, he won't be able to do that in a starting capacity. Thanks, Reed.
Reed is like, bro. I love Reed Blankenship. He's got he's very even keeled. Congratulations to him. He's getting married this week. So I think he's in
a big year for him. A big year for a lot of Eagles, man. A lot of Eagles getting married and Super Bowls and babies, and 2025 is a great year for the Philadelphia Eagles.
They had a lot to celebrate for.
Yeah. We got some other things to celebrate. These rookies, man. These rookies. Last year, the standout rookie was my son. I still haven't got anything in my nothing hit my checkbook yet. My bank account, nothing. No allowance for your pops, nothing like that. Standout rookie goes to a guy who's going to flash early and often. I do think I'm gonna start it off. I'm gonna go with Makuba. I think Makuba's gonna have a lot of time early to shine. He's gonna get an opportunity to have a role. And what I've seen from Makuba early on, just watching tape, he flies around. And I think if Fangio has him out there early, Fangio's like, I'm trying to see something. We'll say you, Primo.
You on mute, man.
My bad. I can't stop coughing, so that's why I'm on mute. I'm with you on Makuba. I saw him at the Eagles Autism Challenge. I don't know, man. The guy's got some great physique. Coming into this into the squad in a position that we need to fill in as quick and as soon as possible. Great attitude, mentality, seems well. Knows to play the defense very well. Seeing some of his video, I think he's one that's definitely going to go ahead and stand out. So yeah, I got him as that rookie.
You go Makuba as well?
Yes.
Okay. A lot of people already mentioning my guy in the chat here. The thing that has me, I am Mr. Medical, so like I'm hyped for Jihad Campbell, but him not being good to start practicing until August. It's as a rookie. I mean that's got to be tough to come into the league and do a completely new level of football and expect to perform when you really don't have a true off season. But a guy that does have a true off season that just looks like every time I see a video of him, I'm like, that's the biggest person I've ever seen. It's Ty Robinson. I think he's going to be a monster on this defensive line. I think that he's going to come in and he's going to fit right in with this scheme. I think he's going to be powerful. I think with the guys that are going to be next to him, it's going to make his job even easier. I mean, when you got guys like Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter on the field at the same time as you, I mean, there's just guys that demand double teams. What the hell are you going to do about Ty Robinson, all 6'5", 300 plus pounds of him? I think it's a recipe for disaster for offensive lines. So I think Ty Robinson is going to be a baller this year, man.
Vanilla gorilla.
There's a lot of vanilla gorillas in the comments.
I'm digging the Cuban Missile Crisis though with Makuba. That's a funny name.
That's wild. That's wild.
Okay. How about I-95, Ty 95?
I-95. I like that.
That's
dope.
interesting.
I like the gorilla though.
Seatbelts required.
I like that. Tim, what do you got?
I'm with Ev on this one, gorilla vanilla. But I will honorable mention Smile Monday. Watch out for that kid. Watch out for that kid. With a little bit of packages of him going to be able to blitz, or he can cover too. So watch out for Small Monday. I don't want him to get slept on.
It's nice that we're able to have a bunch of different answers too, to be honest with you. So, that makes me excited for what's to come. The fact that we have a bunch of different answers as far as which one we all think is gonna pop off.
I think he has the most. I say for a rookie, he has the most opportunity to like shine early. I'm not gonna say he's London. Like I feel like he's in a perfect situation because due to injury, he's getting reps that he normally wouldn't get at this point in time. So like take full advantage of it. I mean, take full advantage of it. I think it's just an opportunity for you to just shine. And last but not least, this is AKA the Hollis Thomas can't get right award. This can be triggering.
You did what's the space JJ dirty.
It could be.
Oh my God, he really put what's his name on there?
Just a moment in time where you think about a prospect that you like. This guy's gonna work. Davion's gonna get healthy. Dillard's gonna get that NFL body. Wes is gonna get those hands together.
When I heard that story about Dillard crying, was it Josh Sweat that made him cry?
Nah, Shamar.
Shamar
Miller. Shamar Miller.
No, it was also can't get right on defense.
It was Derek Barnett was making him cry.
Derek Barnett.
Oh, it was Derek Barnett. I thought it was Miller. Miller
can't get right. I don't have one yet, so my bad. Hold on, let me think.
Well, I'll go with you, Primo. Who's your can't get right?
I got Tyler Steen. I think Tyler Steen's gonna be the can't get right. Hate to say it.
Ooh.
Yeah, hate to say it.
Ooh.
I think not a fan. Not a fan, man. So
not a fan yet. Have you seen enough?
Yeah.
You haven't seen enough?
Yeah. Tyler Steen's my can't get right.
Okay. What about you? Thinking Kenyon Green's gonna break out?
Well, we can't really give him that because he hasn't played for the Eagles.
I'm saying, do you think Kenyon Green's gonna have? Is it gonna
that
be
label?
a bigger break? Oh, he's gonna break out over Tyler Steen.
I personally don't. I think Steen's gonna get that job.
The funniest thing is Matt Pryor, who has prior experience playing next to, like what I did there, next to Lane Johnson. Like the language, he already speaks the language. So that's Matt Pryor's is very interesting. But go ahead, can't get right. Ev, you got one?
I mean, like I said, I think that Tyler Steen is gonna be that guy this year. But if I'm thinking of a can't get right, I hate to throw a wet blanket, but Sidney Brown. I think Sidney Brown is a guy that we've been asking to get right, asking to rein it in year after year. And in life, you know what? There's sometimes people that you just can't rein it in. That's life.
So much for having Tim's back.
I know, right? He just stabbed me in the back.
I'm sorry,
Tim. Chris is coming for your mic. He said Tim's mic sounds like it's picking up AIM messages.
I was hearing something crazy. I ain't gonna lie. But I guess mine. I'm gonna have to. Oh, damn. This is hard. I'm gonna have to go with Nice Smith. Like, can you put it together, man? Show us what you're about, bro. Like, this is your chance. Yeah, Nice Smith, man. I hate to be negative, but I just want him to make the team. I believe in you, B. I believe in you.
It's a because I was so excited to meet Nice Smith at the Eagles Autism Challenge last year. Great energy. I think watching him work out with AJ Brown, run steps, I feel like the mindset, that's where he needed to be versus, obviously everyone's building their brand on YouTube. I was like, first thing first, I was like, shut the YouTube channel down and go get some stats. Let's put up some numbers, take Covey's, like, again, I want when you come in here, I want you to take the next man's job. I don't care if he's a fan favorite. If I like what, go take another man's job. And last year, I thought he's coming back from injury. I'm trying to think. They can't get right. And I'm Evan. That's a good one. I'm wondering where he's at. Can't get right. I really want Johnny Wilson to like. I'm trying to say this correctly.
Play like he's 6'7". You can go ahead and say it. Play like he's 6'7".
Play like you darker than Wesley Snipes.
Damn.
Because I'm a light skinned brother, and when you're on the ball,
that's pretty. That's a high ass level to try. Come on, man.
Yo, you a fool for that one.
Like, come on, man.
Wesley,
you might as well have said Michael Blackston for that.
From a light skin, bro.
Come on, man.
They give us a hard time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, he's not making the squad.
They give us a hard time out here on the football field. So you come correct.
Wow.
Oh man, you wild bull.
Yo, Wilson has the potential to be.
Did you write that down?
Bro, you got to bring it, bro.
You thought about that all day, didn't you?
Hey,
you had to think about that shit.
I am sorry for that one.
What?
Oh man.
Coming from,
I feel like it's kind of a logjam at the back end of the wide receiver group. Like it's going to be tough for. We talk about guys. I talked about Jahan Dotson and him trying to make a name for himself, which I think he has the ability to do this year. But once you get past wide receiver 3, like we talked about before, there's just so many mouths to feed. So,
I mean, it's a good thing though, because you have the big wide receivers in the the guys that
I
are
know.
using gadgets
Great
and
problem.
weapons. It's a great problem to have, but we do need Johnny Wilson to play like he's 6'7". Like he's like the fifth tight end on there, and then he just blocks. I mean, bro, his rookie card is him dropping the ball in the Super Bowl, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I've been having these conversations since the Senior Bowl. Every scout in there was like, he could probably play tight end. So
yeah.
then I'm like doing my homework. I'm asking people that cover the Seminoles, and they're like, stuff I'm getting back, not good. Not good.
Is he
Not nice
hurt?
enough, yeah.
Is he hurt right now? Because I didn't see no video of him nothing in training camp.
Damn, that was harsh. I'm sorry, guys.
That was harsh. Yeah, you wrote that down.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't like to be negative, and I'm going to root my ass off for Johnny Wilson. I'll tell you that much. Okay.
No doubt.
Okay.
Sure.
But before we get out of here, shout out to Bud Light for holding down the tailgates for all these years. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Sfelly's Pizza, man, for giving Evan Hollywood Hearn the wings beneath his cheesesteak wings. Shout out to Red Bull for giving us wings at the tailgate, honorary tailgate captain, Conchalk and Italian Bakery. Crafty Jawn, hit up craftyjawn.com, and Lowski for all the entertainment.
He's out there running because he heard you.
Bro, he is running. He's doing the Lord's work out there. Hit this man up if you want to party. Make sure you tap into Underdog Fantasy, man, out there. I mean, if you really want to get in the game, make sure you use promo code Jawn and get in the game. Get in the game there. Obviously playoffs around here. I mean, have you guys been watching the playoffs at all?
Halliburton over 6
NBA.
assists. Go ahead and take it. Give me
I've been
game.
watching the NBA finals the whole time. I want to be the one to put it out there because something I am so sick of hearing is people regurgitating the NBA can't be happy about this. 2 small market teams. This final stinks. This finals has been great. It's the two best teams that are left. I'm sorry that they're small market teams. If you're a fan of basketball, you'll enjoy the product. It's been a great final so far. With that being said, I hope TJ McConnell gets himself a ring, bro. Let's go Indiana.
I watched him play the other day. I was inspired. I was like,
he's a menace out there, bro. I love it.
I'm gonna go run some gassers for no reason.
Coach's son, man. He's a coach's son.
His pops is all fired up, but something else you should be fired up is Underdog, man. Underdog is one of the best places to make picks during the playoff basketball. While they score buckets, you could score cash on Underdog. Underdog is the leading place to make all your sports picks, and you can play now in your state. Billions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next, Evan? I mean, all you got to do to play is download the app, choose whether to play with whether a player will go higher or lower on one of their stats. You can choose from things like points, assists, and so much more. Once your pick feels good, you can play with as little as $1. If you get everything right, you could win up to 1,000 times your money. So all you got to do is use the promo code Jawn, and you must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Massachusetts, Arizona, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. In New York, call the 24/7 HOPE line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's all I got for you.
I got a crazy gambling story that I heard over this weekend with some person I know. Long story short, someone I know was involved. Not with Underdog. Underdog always pays out their customers. But a friend of a friend that I know is wrapped up in a $14.2 million lawsuit with one of the major sports books. So that shit's crazy.
He's gonna win.
I think he should. I'll give you the lowdown real quick. So essentially, he bet on golf. There's a tournament. He's a big time bettor, and there's a tournament that is a pro-am. So it's professionals and amateurs. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really mean much. So golf tournaments are 4 days. And for all those that don't know, on this particular tournament, they will call it after the third day if the fourth day is going to be a rain out. He saw in the weather that it was going to be a rain out, and he just parlayed all of the guys from the third day to say that that was going to be the order that everybody won the tournament. And he did that before they called the tournament, and he won. He won $14.2 million, and now they're refusing to pay him out.
That's shady.
And then they went and changed. He took screenshots of their rules and all that, and he's got them dead to rights. But then they changed their rules on their site like the day after this happened. He went and took screenshots of that too. But I don't know if he'll get the full payment, but I think he'll get something. I think he'll get seven figures something, man.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be in the millions.
Yeah,
I'll cut him a check for something for sure.
Maybe you can be our sponsor.
be nice. Be nice.
Before we get our last word from you, Tim. Last word.
Happy Father's Day, man, to all the dads out there. I had to get this off my chest. So, there's like 30. I think there's about 30 holidays, depending on, I don't know, they make up holidays every day, though, right? But do you know the top two holidays in the world are that everybody celebrates? That is Christmas and Mother's Day. Mother's Day. So those are the top two. Do you know what Father's Day falls at?
I don't know, but probably above Cat Dad Day.
It is second to last. So, what's Fathers matter too, B. Come on, man. Come on, dog. Like we here. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and Primo, we proud dads, dog.
We definitely here. And listen, big ups to you, to myself. You know what I mean? To the real dads that came back with the milk. For sure. That came back with the milk. You know what I mean? Like, appreciate y'all. Appreciate that y'all took y'all time to go to the store and came back with the milk. Now, those ones that went missing and are on the back of the milk cartons, they're the ones that ruined for us. You know what I mean? So that's why I can see why they ended up placing us all the way down to the bottom of the grid. It's all good.
That's why. I just want to say,
real dads are the best, bro. My dad, the best. Shout out to the dads out
there. Tim sounds like he's fishing for some more presents, some more sneakers.
Nah. Shout out to my mom. She hooked me up. She hooked me up. You know what I'm saying? And my baby girl hooked me up. So most definitely.
Shout out to
and shout out to the stepdads too, because my son's a stepdad and he does a lot for his stepdaughter. So, and I'm about to be a grandfather, so I'm kind of
hell yeah.
With it. So you know what I mean, but. Yeah.
Hey, Pop. I feel like Tim is calling us out. Shout out to the real dads, not Zach Vaughn's father or Zach Cafeteria's father or Quinion's dad. Shout out to the real dads, okay? Shout out to Krista. She says, Happy Father's Day, fellas. Maybe we need to change to Happy Dad's Day, and then we'll be more celebrated.
That's what's up. Yeah.
I like that one. Primo, last word, buddy.
You said me? Mm-hmm. My bad. Piggybacking off of what Tim said, Happy Father's Day to the real dads out there. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I know I did. Definitely big shout out to the wife and the kids, man. Definitely made yesterday another add on to the memories that I got, with this blessed family. But just a quick get it off my chest, kind of like, again, going off of what Tim mentioned. Us dad matters too. So I don't understand how it's like I was telling my wife yesterday. I'm looking here and I'm seeing these cards that the kids did during school. These little crafts that they put together for the moms. Like, where's our crafts? Just because our day ended up falling like towards the end of the school year, it's like y'all closed up the coloring boxes and the craft the papers and put everything away and just forgot about us. Like, I would like to look forward to a handmade, item made for my kids be brought home. And I didn't get that this year, but it's all good. I mean, like my kids, still found a way to give me something better. And I definitely appreciate them to the fullest. Had a great time with the family yesterday, and looking forward to Father's Day every year with this family.
Very nice, very nice. Shout out to the dads out there and the cat dads.
Cat dad ain't anywhere near being a real dad, bro. I mean, this shit's easy over here.
Go show some respect.
No, but happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I know there's a lot of dads that listen to our show. Appreciative of all you guys doing the thankless work out there. Just hoping everybody has a safe summer, man. Go to your doctors, get your checkups, all that stuff. It's you never know what could be going on. So just stay healthy. Have a good summer.
Will chimes in and said Happy Cat Daddy Day. So shout out to
Will?
Cat Dads. Shout out to everyone in the comments, man. I really appreciate you guys sticking around. It's the summer, right? This is summer. We're getting ready for the breakout of camp in July 22nd. So that means you got a couple weeks to let it marinate. Obviously, there's some Eagle events. Come on out if there's Fanatic Fest in NYC. There's the event with Jordan Spector and Brandon Graham coming up in July. Devontae Smith softball game up in Allentown coming up next week. It's a great opportunity to meet some Eagle fans out there. Next Wednesday, Kelsey's going to be down the shore, so come on out if you're down there. Just, come up and say hi, say what's up. Shout out to you guys as well, the dads and the cat dads. But we'll see you guys in the next one. As always, fly, Eagles fly. And we'll see you guys
better, Primo.
in the next
birds.
one.